This old lady suddenly felt that her late husband had cheated her for 45 years because when she was sorting out his belongings, she accidentally found a videotape. When she saw the contents of the tape, she was immediately shocked. The video showed a young girl being subjected to extraordinary torture. After beating her, he brutally murders the girl. The realism of the content was nothing like a movie, but more like a real murder. She couldn't understand how her husband, who was always honest and straightforward, could do such a thing. She wanted to know if the person who shot the video was really her husband. In order to find out the truth, the old lady paid a high price to hire a private detective. After forcing himself to watch the content, the detective still could not determine whether it was true or not. He suggested handing over the videotape to the police for investigation, but the old lady refused on the spot because they were a famous and affluent family in the area, and doing so would affect the family's reputation. Finally, after some discussion, they came up with a plan to determine whether the video was real or not to find out the identity of the victimized girl in the video and who the filmmaker was. The old lady just wanted to know the truth, no matter how much it cost. The unexpected result was that the investigation uncovered an even more shocking and earth-shattering secret. The next day, he first went to the census center and gave the staff the portrait of the girl in the video, asking for their help in determining whether the girl was still alive. But the staff said that nearly 1 million people go missing each year, and that these missing persons are listed separately in the system, and that it would be too difficult to find the girl among so many missing persons. The detective realized that he still needed to rely on the contents of the videotape. Next, the detective copied the contents of the videotape onto his computer and watched it frame by frame, looking for details to see if he could find any important clues. Just then, he did find some details. Judging from the time, the videotape seemed to have been shot 20 years ago. So the detective reported these found details to the old lady and asked her husband about all his spending records 20 years ago. He also printed out the negative of the video and found another detail in the photo, a pentagram tattoo on the hand holding the knife. This was certainly an even more crucial clue. Over the course of a month, the detective searched the missing persons files one by one and finally found the girl in the video. The girl's name is Mary, and she was 16 years old when she disappeared 20 years ago. This means that the time when the girl showed up in the videotape was exactly the last moment of her life.